Okay, hello everybody. DSP here and welcome. Happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, today's Halloween, October 31st, 2017. And welcome to my big Halloween horror marathon. Been hyping this up for quite some time, obviously. Today we're going to be playing 3 horror-themed games. I do have one on backup in case something happens, but it's going to primarily be 3 horror-themed games on today's stream. In addition, I'm in costume, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here, I'm dressed up, and in just a few moments here, I'm going to reveal my Halloween costume for 2017. After last year, people kind of criticizing me and saying that my costume was lame, I decided to go all out this year and basically put on the most elaborate costume I've ever worn in my entire life, and that's not even an exaggeration. I would say the only other costume that I've ever worn that was this elaborate for Halloween would have been when I was very young and I was into the X-Men. X-Men were the hottest thing. One year, I bought one of those Halloween, kid costumes of Wolverine, but I hated some of the accessories. So what I did is I made my own Wolverine claws. And I used cardboard, tinfoil. I'm not even kidding. This took me like a week. Cutting out pieces of cardboard and taping and gluing them together. And then I put tinfoil over the claws. And it was very elaborate. They obviously didn't look like real Wolverine claws, but it was an accessory you could put on your arm to look like claws. Now, they were dangerous because it was cardboard and tinfoil. And obviously, that could obviously be sharp or poke an eye out or whatever. But, I was a pretty responsible kid. I wouldn't swing around with that stuff and try to hit people with it. And it was funny because I went to this Halloween party wearing the costume, and all the kids were like, "Oh my god, he's got the best costume I've ever seen. Look at those claws, it's insane." And of course, then you get some asshole who's like, "Oh, can I see your claw?" Okay. So I hand him the claw, and he starts swinging, hits kids with it. And immediately, of course, parents start breaking it up. They're like, "You stupid asshole kid," right? But yeah, yeah, it was pretty elaborate for a little kid to be making their own costume like that. And it's funny because I just watched Stranger Things Season 2, and without giving any major plot spoilers, because this is not a major plot spoiler, the kids dress up as Ghostbusters for Halloween, and they make their own proton packs out of cardboard and paper mache and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, wow, this is a total throwback to when I was a kid and when I, did my own thing. Pretty cool. So, that was, at this point, probably about, if not a little bit less elaborate as what I'm wearing today. This is an expensive costume that I'm wearing, but I think it's well worth it. It's probably the best looking costume I've ever worn in my entire life, no lie. Problem being, I don't know how it's going to look on webcam, because all you're going to see is me in a sitting position. Versus, I think if I was standing up, this costume would look a lot better. But obviously, I can't play games while standing on webcam. So it is what it is. What I think I will do is, during the course of today's stream, as you know, I'm going to be playing 3 games. And I'm going to be switching between games during the stream. So what I may do is... oh my god, I will let out an insanely ginormous burp. That was disgusting. Let's try that again. What I may do is, between games, as I have to change the setup of, the games, because in fact, the first game I'm playing today is on PC, and it's a much older game called Call of Cthulhu. And it's going to take some setup time to get that working. But then after that, I'll be playing games on PS4. Maybe I'll take some pictures, some selfies, and put them up on my social media. It's Twitter, Instagram, etc. Just so that this epic occasion is documented. All right. And also keep in mind, the costume is not going anywhere. So if I ever need to or want to wear the costume again for something, it's perfectly viable that I'd be able to wear the costume again. Even I was seriously thinking about doing green screen stuff with the costume. But I just didn't have time. I've been so damn busy with you know, with the new releases. I mean, there's been non-stop new releases all this month. 3 new releases earlier this month that I finished, and now I'm in the middle of another 3 new releases. There's another new release in Call of Duty coming out later this week. And besides all that stuff going on, there seriously has not been any real, you know, free time for me to mess around with other stuff. So we'll see. But I will take some pictures today. I'll try to get some pictures with my phone. It sucks that I don't have, you know, no one can take a picture for me, right? But it is what it is. I'll take some pictures with my phone, and, you know, we will well document today, okay? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, are you ready? Are you ready for me to reveal my Halloween costume? And then what I'm going to do is, basically, I'm going to do a typical pre-stream in costume. I'll talk a little bit about what you guys can expect for today and the rest of the week. Obviously, I'll do some plugs, you know, all the usual stuff. In fact, already, thank you to Darth Radovan Viking, who did a 50-bit cheer and said good luck today. And thank you to Golden Colts, who did a bunch of cheering overnight. Give you guys your shout-outs early, okay? All right, are you guys ready? Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. Again, I have no idea. This costume looks awesome when I'm standing up. I have no idea how this is going to look with me on webcam. That's the problem. It might not look as good as, you know, me in the, you know, standing up walking around versus sitting here on the love seat. So if it doesn't look great, I apologize. You're going to see it on webcam all day. And we'll see how it goes. All right, ready? All right, no, hold on. I'm going to build even more suspense by making you wait even longer. I am killing the people in stream chat. The people in stream chat are dying. They're like, oh my God, just show us. Oh my God. And they're all speculating. It's Mitch Connor from South Park. It's Mitch Connor. Look at this. Come on, man. Show us the costume, man. Come on, man. This is great. He's Ryu. This is great. Everyone, Solid Snake. Wow, everyone's guessing different things. This is great. Johnny Alumni says, oh, the suspense better be worth it. Well, we'll see if it's worth it. Ready? I'm about to reveal my costume for 2017. Are you ready? You might want to shield your eyes because I might be completely naked. I might be the oiled up naked guy who streaks from Family Guy. And that, you know, I could be anything. Because that guy has been in a video game. Remember, the criteria is that patrons for the month of September voted on what category of costume I'd be wearing today, and it was a video game character. And that naked, greased up guy was in the Family Guy video game. So I could be that guy. That's right, I could be Matt Bloom from WWE 2K18. I could be Matt Bloom, right? I could be anyone. Shout out to Sergeant Woomy, who did a 50-bit cheer. He says, happy Halloween, Phil. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just enjoying building up the suspense so much. This is great. People are going nuts. I could be E. Honda from Street Fighter fame. That's right. I could be a fat man in a diaper. A dirty diaper. A dirty brown diaper. E. Honda's dirty brown diaper made many appearances in my gameplay footage this year. That's right. Shout out to Boz, who just did a 45-bit cheer. Thank you, Boz. You ready? All right, here we go. I'm actually going to reveal it. You ready? The big reveal. The 2017 Halloween costume. Are you ready? The Invisible Man. I'm not going to be here at all. No, I'm not the Invisible Man. Don't worry. It's better than the Invisible Man. God damn it. The costume has a catch. Are you kidding? Ugh. Hold on 1 second. I'm serious. I have to go get scissors. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back and then I'll show you. Hold on. Damn it. Alright. I'm back. It would figure that as I was about to reveal the costume, I get a giant snag in the costume, and it starts, like, literally unraveling on me. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And it is. It's doing it right now, and I can't even cut it. Fucking thing. Alright. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, my costume for 2017 about to be revealed. Get ready. Ready? Alright. That did not work. I clicked the wrong thing. Alright, hold on. You ready? What's up, everybody? So, you can't really... See, I knew it. You can't see the bottom half of the costume because of the webcam, the way that it's set up. What I could do is stand, but you're not going to really be able to see the bottom half still. If I go like this, the costume looks a lot better. See that? Like, if I go something like this, see that? Because that looks like him in a pose. I am Ezio Auditore, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Full body. Full body. However, I'll stand up here. It has the belt. The belt is the lamest part of the costume. Look at it. The belt is like, look at this. Floppy latex rubber. And it doesn't stay on. It like falls off. So now that I've shown you this belt, I'm going to just take it off. Because it doesn't... sitting down, it comes right off. It's nothing. It's just like a little, fabric thing to keep it on. So when you're sitting down, it pops right off the waist. But everything else on the costume is awesome. I mean, it's got this full look, the full shoulder sash and cape. I don't know if you can see the cape. Look at that. The full-on cape, and it goes all the way down to my ass. It's long as hell. The one-shouldered cape has got the sash and everything. The one funny thing is the zipper, right? The zipper kind of stands out, and there's nothing you can really do about that. I mean, that's how you get it on and off. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And even, a gauntlet, even though does this really look like an assassin's gauntlet? No. But, it is what it is. It was funny because this costume was very expensive, by the way. I got it at a costume store, real costume store, what was it? Spirit of Halloween. Yeah, I got it at Spirit of Halloween, where a lot of people get their Halloween costumes. And I went there. Oh, God, I actually got the catch to rip. Good. Because, yeah, I caught my glove. This is the glove. And as I was putting on the sash uses Velcro. And the Velcro catches to the thumb of the glove and immediately starts breaking the thumb, like, and catching it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But, yeah, so this was a full body getup. The only thing it didn't come with is pants, but you could actually buy leg attachments for it. That make it look like the assassin outfit. All you need to do, they tell you wear like black spandex or some kind of, leggings and wear the leg attachments so that it would look like the assassin's bottom half too. So they actually sell that, but I was like, that's not going to be on camera. I'm not going to bother with that. And they actually do sell an assassin gauntlet at the store. It was $40 though, but it's a big plastic thing you put on your arm, and it actually has a plastic blade that shoots out. But I wasn't going to get that because it would be one thing if I was going to like a Halloween party and I was going to be messing around for hours, but I'm like, I'm just going to be on camera. You're not going to be able to see this stuff half the time anyway. So I wasn't going to do that, but yes, I am Ezio Auditore, ladies and gentlemen. Straight out of Italy. I'm here to entertain you today on Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone, by the way. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays of the year. And it's funny because I can't talk with this hood. I'm trying to talk to you and look at the camera, and the hood is like falling on my face. There's no way to keep it up. But yeah, I'm Italian. I'm actually Italian. I have Italian blood in me. So to dress up as Ezio Auditore makes sense. And this is one of the better costumes that I've seen this year. I've seen shittier versions of Ezio years before. For whatever reason, this year they had really all out. They had everything. They had Ezio. They had Connor from Assassin's Creed 3. They had Jacob Fry from Assassin's Creed Syndicate. They actually had Evie from Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And they had one more, too. They had 5 different Assassin's Creed costumes at the store, which was pretty sweet. And I was like, well, which one would I want to be? And obviously, I'm going to be the best one, Ezio. The best assassin out of all of them. We all know that, right? It seems like everyone is agreeing that the costume is much better than last year. Well, no shit. Last year, I did a quick costume, and people were like angry at me that I didn't go all out. So this year I said, you know what? People really stepped up and pledged at the last minute to make this event happen. I will go all out. And this is very expensive. I won't tell you how much it is so that people don't fucking freak out. This costume was very expensive. And what sucks about this costume, honestly, is that you can't wash it. Like, see how it's all wrinkly? I wanted to wash it before today. And it says right on it, do not wash. Costume will, like, disintegrate in the washer. Gee, thanks. So, I had a lot of fun, picking out a costume, dressing up. Thank you, everyone, for everyone who voted. Well, first of all, everyone who pledged last month in September. Thank you to the pledgees. You guys made this possible, obviously. You made the Halloween Horror Marathon happen today. Thank you to the patrons who also voted on the horror games I'm going to be playing today, which I'll talk about in a moment. And thank you to the pledgees who voted on what kind of costume I should be wearing today. They all voted for a video game character, and I said, well, I don't want it to be a cop-out. I don't want to say, oh, video game character, but then pick a character who's, like, also on TV or whatever. I wanted to do a character that was exclusively for video games. And looking at what they had at the store, they have some, so they have Mario and Luigi, and those are kind of, they're kind of lame. And then they had, ones that really aren't that pertinent anymore, like Slender Man. It's like, wow, that's talking to pretty outdated. Who the hell plays, those kind of games anymore? So I basically went for the best Halloween costume for a video game character they had at the store, and this was it for sure. All right. Now, a few things before we start, folks. My throat hurts today. It sucks. I know, of all days, right, that my throat was going to be hurting. It hurts today. The whole right here, the left-hand side is all swollen on the inside. The good news is it doesn't hurt when I swallow, but I can feel that it is sore. And more than likely, since today is a marathon of me playing 3 games back to back to back, it's going to end up getting kind of hoarse. So I've got drinks, I've got lozenges right over here. I've got everything I need for today. Please be patient if I don't sound great or if I need to take a break or whatever because of my throat. In addition, today's games, let's talk about today's games so you know exactly what's going to be played. So we're going to be playing 3 games guaranteed, maybe a 4th, dependent on how things go, all right? The 3 games that are guaranteed to be played. First, Call of Cthulhu from 2006. It has like a buy title that I don't even remember. But yeah, 2006, a horror game on PC. It was actually made by Bethesda, which I didn't know, or published by Bethesda. Never played it before. I got it and I installed it and it started having compatibility issues with my PC, but I got it working. But I want to forewarn you, there may be issues with the game. It may crash. It may have, it's an old game and it never really was made fully compatible with modern PCs. It's even said, the game was made before Windows 9 was out. So it has Windows 9 compatibility things it has to install to even run. And then I'm playing it on Windows 10. So we'll see how that goes. All right. That's going to be the first game today. Okay. Number 2. Friday the 13th. Game that I already played earlier this year. Came out in May. And I'll be playing that, in the updated version. This game apparently has new maps, new modes, new counselors, new versions of Jason. And I never experienced any of those because I never went back to the game. I pretty much only played it kind of that launch week. And that was it. And so, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. As you know, that game sadly lends itself to trolling, so I'm going to have to mute all voice communications and everything, so make sure that there's no trolling and shit from idiots. And then, coming up after that will be Manhunt, a game that I never played before, but people have asked me to play for years. Incidentally, it just released on the PlayStation 4. Like, you could get it on PS4, and it was at discount. It was sold up till yesterday. It was sold at a half-price discount because of a Halloween horror sale. So I'll be playing all 3 of those games for sure, roughly an hour and a half to 2 hours of each game. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If something goes wrong, if a game's not working, if a game ends up not being very entertaining and people want to see something else, I have the ability to change stuff up on the fly. The game that was the backup game for today's event was Dead by Daylight, which, as you guys know, it's very similar to Friday the 13th, only there you get a variety of killer monsters instead of just Jason, excuse me. So if we need a backup, we could do that. And we'll see how it goes. I'm really hoping that everything goes good with the 3 games, all right? So that's going to be today. 3 different games, live here on the stream, webcam the whole time with me in costume. I'm hood up or down, I'm not sure. The hood honestly bothers me a little bit and it blocks my vision. So I might wear it sometimes and then take it off sometimes. It actually looks fine with the hood down too. And then I'll be recording all of that because some people have been asking what's going to happen if I can't be here all day for the stream. I'm recording all of it. It's all going on YouTube later today. No worries. As always with these marathons, I will record them. and upload them to YouTube right after, okay? Thumb just looks so silly because look, it's unraveling, so it's like all like limp. It's pretty, even with my thumb all the way in it, it's still, it's pretty funny. So that's today, all day today, Halloween Horror Marathon. Tomorrow we're going to get back on track with new releases. So tomorrow I'll be playing Mario again, Mario Odyssey. That'll be the only gameplay stream for tomorrow because tomorrow I'm going to be running errands, like going grocery shopping and stuff like that. Thursday, we go back to double streams. First stream on Thursday will be Assassin's Creed Origins. And no, I will not be wearing this on Thursday. This thing, by the way, it takes a while. It takes about 10 minutes at least to get this on because it's so many parts. There's a shirt, and then these two shirts are actually connected, the shirt and the hood, but you have to get your arms through first, then zip, okay? Then to get this, the cape is the hardest part because you have to get the shoulder over while you're holding this thing and flip it over your other shoulder. And then you have to get this strap around your back, and then you have to get the tie. It's like really a pain in the ass for only one person to do. But I did it. Anyway, yes, Thursday Assassin's Creed Origins returns on stream. And then Thursday night will be the big premiere late night event, 9 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be playing Call of Duty World War II. I'll be doing a 2-hour multiplayer session of that game Thursday night. And then all day Friday, I'll be playing Call of Duty World War II. I'll probably play some of the campaign and then decide if I want to finish it on second session or if I want to go back to multiplayer. And then on Saturday, I'll also be doing Call of Duty. So this weekend, you're going to see a lot of Call of Duty coverage. And then I'm going to swap back to the games that I'm currently playing, probably trying to finish up Wolfenstein. So at least one of them is done. Keep in mind, next week, yes, there's tons of games coming out next week. And yes, I'm very interested in playing all the games next week as well, including Sonic Forces, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Frozen Wilds, and what's the other one? Need for Speed Payback. But honestly, I need to kind of finish up the stuff that I'm playing first. So what I'm more thinking of doing is possibly doing premiere streams for each of those games, like a one major session on release day, but then going back to the games I'm already playing to try to wrap those up before I get fully into the new playthroughs for the new games. Because the last thing I want is to have 7 ongoing playthroughs that I'm all alternating, and then I only play one game every 2 days, 3 days, and then you get angry because maybe that's the one game you're interested in, and now you got to wait 3 days for new videos. I tried that 3 years ago. It didn't work. People hated it. So I'm never going to go back to that, okay? All right, so that is the idea. That's what's going to happen in the next week to 2 weeks of gameplay and on my streams and everything, just so you know what's going on, okay, everybody? All right, so here's what we're going to do, folks. Let me do some plugs. I'm going to do shout-outs because a lot of people have been cheering while I was, dressing in costume and everything. People are really hyped for today, and I see some really interesting questions and announcements and things going on here in the stream chat, so I want to address all those. So let's go through the plugs first. All right, and then we'll get to that. Okay, so here we go. First of all, folks, I got to bring this up. You knew I was going to bring it up. Bear with me. Today is the final day of October, October 31st. Right now it is a little after 1 p.m. in October, okay? That means there's only about 11 hours, actually less than 11 hours left to pledge to my Patreon for this month, folks. Right now, we have not hit the goal. We are over $200. I mean, some people did up their pledges, so thank you to those who did. But we are under the goal by over $200, which means unless a few people step up today and pledge to make this happen, sadly, I'm not going to be doing the celebratory monthly event, which was going to be a PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds marathon that I was either going to do in late November or early December. Now, we've got an update on that, folks. Today it was announced that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds will be released on, what day was it? December 12th on Xbox One. Okay, now this is good news and bad news. The good news is it's being released on consoles, so a lot of people who haven't been able to play the game before will be able to experience it. I'm one of them because I was thinking I was going to have to do this marathon on PC, and sadly, whenever I do anything on PC, it doesn't go so well. But in addition, it's bad news because guess what? That's the same exact day that 2 DLCs for Resident Evil 7 and Okami HD all release. So you're talking that week is going to be insane. It's going to be so much going on that one particular week on that Tuesday with all these games releasing. It's going to be nuts. Also, if you didn't hear, the pricing is $30. So some people may argue, oh, the game's not worth $30 or whatever. I don't know. I haven't played it, so I don't really know. I can't really tell you if PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is worth $30 or not. All right. But I am very interested in playing it. But now it looks like, sadly, we're not going to hit the goal, so I'm not going to be doing this marathon. It sucks. I really wanted to do it. But we could still hit it. I don't want to be a negative Nancy here. People could definitely still up their pledge today, or newcomers could come forward and do it. This is exactly what happened last month, where we were like a day away from hitting the goal. And a couple people stepped up and did some big pledging last minute. And we ended up hitting the goal kind of last minute, which was good. So, we may still hit it today. But you have to pledge today. I'm going to be bringing this up during every break today, so people have opportunity to pledge if they can and try to make this goal happen, all right? So check it out, patreon.com/darksidephil. Keep in mind, it's not just about pledging for the monthly goal. You get personal perks like text and verbal thank yous in my videos. You'll get your questions answered on Ask the King. You would have been able to vote on the games I was playing today if you were a certain level of patron, all right? And you get a private Q&A video made, which is the highest level perk, and it's the best one in my opinion. The patron funding has been tremendously helpful to me over the years. It's allowed me to upgrade look at this microphone, this soundproofing phone behind me, all paid for with patron funds. I just recently had to buy a new controller for my PS4. Pretty soon, I'm going to have to get a brand new headset because my headset is dying. And I already had 2 die on me this year, and that's hundreds of dollars of investment. That's what the patron funds are for, folks. So if I don't hit the goal, that's money that I need for the business. That's not going to happen, all right? So please consider pledging if you haven't. Patreon.com/darksidephil. That's number 1, all right? Number 2, if you are interested in some merchandise, here's what I'll do. Let me go back to this so you can see the link. There's the Teespring link. If you're interested in some custom merchandise, such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs. I have the mug here. I own 4 of the shirts. It's really high quality, good stuff, okay? Check out my Teespring store. It's all stuff made by viewers and fans. Very high quality stuff. I picked the higher quality shirts on there. And anything that you buy from my Teespring store is a significant commission I make, and it helps me out. So please consider getting something from my Teespring store. In addition, keep in mind the holidays are right around the corner, right? Think of it as a gift for someone, all right? And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get rid of this now, go back. If you are watching today's stream, all right, and you're having fun, you're like, wow, I'm happy that Phil went all out and wore a nice costume, and I'm having fun with the horror gameplay. You have the ability to either cheer, sub, or tip me during the course of today's streams. If you do any of those things during the course of today's stream, I will give you an appropriate verbal shout-out, all right? In fact, in just a moment, we're going to do all the shout-outs for everyone who's contributed already earlier during the stream. If you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button after you subscribe, or if you tip me $2 or more, I'll be able to also have an on-screen pop-up here, all right, in celebration for you doing that. I'm very appreciative of anyone who does do those things. So you get both visual and verbal thank you shout-outs for your contributions, all right? Keep in mind, your contributions are the reason I'm still here. Earlier this year, when YouTube fell through, everything fell apart, I literally started making half as much money as I used to on YouTube because YouTube fucked up and lost all their advertisers. It was a pretty big event that ended a lot of people's YouTube careers. Because you guys have been supportive of me here on Twitch, I'm still here. So thank you for that, all right? All right, let us do some shout-outs. Let me get my hair settled here because it's all on my face and everything. Let's go ahead and do some shout-outs. Actually, guess what? I can't do them with the glove on because it's a touchpad on my laptop, and the touchpad won't detect my finger with the glove on. All right, let me scroll down here. Wow, we got a lot of shout-outs. All right, first of all, shout-out to Warren X6, who did a 2,000-bit cheer, and he says, stop teasing us. Then Tantamounter did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Tantamounter and Warren. Thank you to Airhead, who did a 10-bit cheer. He says, I love it. I love your costume. Happy Halloween. Warren did another 2,000-bit cheer, and he said, the big reveal, lol. Nick tipped me $1. Thank you, Nick. He says, nice costume. Mine is Negan from The Walking Dead, and actually he posted that up on his on Twitter, and he looks really good. Shout out to Brock Lesnar 97, who did a 50-bit cheer. He says, hey, Phil, happy Halloween. What are your thoughts on Stranger Things Season 2? 2 thumbs up. Watched the whole season. Loved it. I think it's actually better than Season 1. The actor additions were great. Season 2, check it out if you haven't. 2 thumbs up for Stranger Things Season 2. Shout out to Kavoris, who did a 40-bit cheer and said, thick. Okay. Shout out to Listen Broski, who tipped me $1 and said, have you seen the new Last of Us 2 footage? I have not. I know yesterday there was trailer footage both for Last of Us 2 and the new game from Sucker Punch, which is some kind of a samurai ninja game or something. I haven't had a chance to see either. Shout out to Glitch Crazed, who did a 10-bit cheer. He says, you should be 11 from Stranger Things next year. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Shout out to Airhead, who did a 10-bit cheer and said, that's great news that your throat is not hurting when you swallow. Yeah. It sucks because if it did, that would be really bad. But no, it's swollen, and I can tell it's agitated. Again, it's on and off. This has been happening to me all year. So it is what it is. It's funny because I gargled with salt water, and I drank some tea with honey earlier. My throat is not, it's not gunked up, which is good for talking purposes. It'll be good, but, it sucks that it's swollen. Shout out to Game Master 8814, who did a 10-bit cheer. Says, when does the ball kicking start happening? Oh, it's a throwback reference, if you're not aware. When I played Assassin's Creed, I think, was it Brotherhood or Revelations? I can't remember which one, but at the end of the game, you fight the Pope, and he kicks the Pope 3 times in the balls, and then the Pope falls in water and drowns. The best execution I've ever done in Assassin's Creed, ladies and gentlemen. So, good reference. Shout out to YOLO Dopper, who did 10-bit cheers at any tampons. Okay, YOLO Dopper. You're in a world of your own comedy, I guess. Shout out to Phil is my daddy, who did a 10-bit cheer. He says, Phil, nice costume. You sexy man. By the way, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is releasing on Xbox One December 12th. All right. Thank you. I already mentioned that. Appreciate that. Shout out to Game Master 2003 is Dead, who did a 10-bit cheer. And he says, Phil, when did you become an assassin? You may not know this, but I've always been an assassin. Shout out to Lone Star 1496, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you for the sub, Lone Star. I appreciate that. Shout out to Bier 345, who did a 50-bit cheer. And he said, shout out to Kickstart by Mountain Dew. That's right. I'm almost done with it, actually. Which is good, because I don't have to keep, lifting out. I'll have my mug. By the way, now you can finally see up close and personal in full quality the mugs from Teespring. Look at that. It's a cool mug, right? I love the design. Shout out to the gentleman who made a lot of the artwork for my Teespring shop this year. He made this design. He made the DSP manga design. He made the skeletons design. He's done a bunch of them. So shout out. Thank you very much, sir, for your work. Shout out to Sensational Media, who tipped me $1. He said, no glove, no love. Well, I will put it back on. I just can't do it now because I have to keep navigating the laptop right now. Shout out to Sergeant Woomy, who did a 20-bit cheer. He says, if you were female, what would you be dressed up as? I would be completely naked. And therefore, already, I would have probably made several $1,000s. It would have been well worth the ban. Of course. No, of course, if I was a female, I'd be a nice titty streamer, giant boobs, hanging out to get lots of money. So I'd have to be some cosplay outfit with my tits hanging out so that you could all send me monies. And I could pretend like I'm titillated and I love you all. And you give me, ridiculous amounts of money just because I'm a female with my tits hanging out. Because males are weak. Let's be honest here. The reason that exists on Twitch, the reason it exists at all, is because men are weak. If men weren't pathetic, they wouldn't send these girls over the internet who they're never going to see and never have any real interaction with money like that because their tits are out. But there's guys who send hundreds to thousands of dollars to girls just because of their tits, And listen, by no means am I saying if there's a girl gamer out there who streams all the time and you enjoy her content, you shouldn't pledge or donate or whatever to them. I'm just saying there's girls out there who literally have no quality whatsoever. They suck at games. They're terrible. All they do is their titties hang out and people give them tons of money. Ridiculous. All right, enough about that. The Adam Lee did a 50-bit cheer. He says, I'm excited to see you play Friday the 13th again. However, be careful with Jason as he has been nerfed with the recent patch. And check the controls. P.S. I like your costume. Here's to another Halloween special. The most elaborate costume I've literally ever worn in a video, for sure. Pretty awesome, right? Shout out to Glitch Craze, who did a 10-bit cheer. He says, in all honesty, I could see you as Hopper from Stranger Things. There you go. Shout out to This Is My Daddy, who did a 10-bit cheer. He says, I want to see Phil in a cami costume. Hey, maybe next year. Shout out to Airhead, who did a 10-bit cheer, said big old titties. And shout out to the Pub Master Jay, who did a 100-bit cheer. And he says, nice costume, Phil. I hope that I can get to play with you in Friday the 13th. Blah. Wow. A nice resounding belch. There you go. Nick did a dollar tip. Is it possible to have classic Cafe Press merch return on Teespring, like the classic DSP logo or the Hateful Truth? Well, here's the thing. Those logos, when they were made, they weren't even that high quality. I'll be honest with you. Like, I've looked at them, I've gone back, and I think I could still get a lot of the old school logos and stuff from either my old PC. I think I transferred some of it over. But honestly, if people wanted to redo, for example, the old school DSPGaming or DSP logo or the old Hateful Truth logo and find it and get it high quality and put it up and send me a high quality version that's better or redesign it to look better, I would put that stuff on Teespring. But those logos, they're not like of the quality that Teespring wants. They're too low res. If you put them on there, Teespring will be like, well, sorry, it's too, it's not good enough. You're talking logos that were designed 10 years ago, right? I mean, I started doing the Hateful Truth in, what was it, 2009? So 8-year-old logos, they're not even like HD, you know what I mean? Like, they were just kind of tossed on to be put in videos and stuff. They weren't meant to be high quality for shirts. And for Teespring, they were okay, but they were never great. They definitely would need to be upgraded and redesigned. Sadly, I don't have that know-how, and I don't even have software to do it. But if anyone out there who has graphical design knowledge might want to take a stab at it, I'd be more than happy to add shirts, of the classic stuff I used to do, like throwback DSP shirts, retro DSP shirts. But I would need some assistance with that, okay? Shout out to B-Boy Cyclone, who just did a 100-bit cheer. And he asked, did you finish Stranger Things 2 and did you like it? I already answered that on a cheer, but I'll answer it again. Yes, Stranger Things 2, in my opinion, number 1, it's great. Number 2, the cast additions were great. And number 3, I liked it better than the first season. I honestly did. I think the first season, they were feeling things out. They didn't know how the show would do. And, they wanted to see if it would be successful. This season, they took more risks, and they obviously had a bigger budget this season. You could tell from the effects and stuff that were in the show that they had a much bigger budget. But yeah, Stranger Things 2, 2 thumbs up. If you have Netflix, check it out. If not, if you could buy the DVDs or whatever, it definitely is worth watching. It's better than season 1, in my opinion. I really liked it. All right, I think, unless anyone else has a last-minute cheer or tip here, I think we're done with shout-outs. Okay. And we're going to get started with gameplay. Now, I need you guys to give me a few minutes, because what I need to do is I actually need to get over to my PC. So first of all, I have to move the webcam already, right? The setup's going to be all screwed up because I have to move the webcam, number 1. Number 2, I have to set it up for this game to capture, and I did get it working, but it's an old game, and therefore it has a lot of wonkiness. When you try to Alt-Tab out of it to do stuff in the capture software, it doesn't always work well. Yeah, it's going to be a pain in the butt, honestly, to get this working. And I'm going to do my best to stream this game for you guys. Call of Cthulhu, this is the game we're playing first. That's why I'm playing it first, too, because I know this is going to be the game with the most problems. So even if this game sucks and the capture fails and everything sucks, it's going to be better for the rest of the stream. That's why I'm purposely doing the worst first, because I know if this sucks and fails, I'll have other things that will work later in the stream, okay? Sound good? So yeah, I will be setting that up in just a moment. And then we'll play that for a little bit. We'll see how it goes. And then I'll play it by ear. I'll have the stream chat open, and I'll play it by ear and see how people are liking it. If they're liking it, I'll play it for a longer period of time. If you're bored of it, we'll move on to the next game, all right? Keep in mind, as I said, I will be taking breaks between games. Number 1, to switch setup. But number 2, because I also want to try to take some pictures in this outfit, selfies and stuff, so, it's documented for the internet. And I need some time to do that, so I might take like 10, 20-minute breaks between games. We'll see. And that's about it. Shout out to Game Master 8814, who did a 10-bit cheer and is asking, will I be playing Life is Strange Before the Storm Episode 2 at some point? Yes, just not now. As I've said many, many times, I have no time. I'm playing all the new releases. I've not had a single day where I haven't been playing the new releases since early October, so there's no time to play episodic games right now. I will be going back to them eventually when there's downtime. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready to start, folks? I hope so. All right. I'm going to end the pre-stream. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I will now set up Call of Cthulhu over on the PC. Please if you're on the stream, bear with me. You're going to hear equipment shuffling. You're going to see shit going wild here, There's nothing I can do about that. I got to move everything. The microphone, the webcam. it's going to take a bit here to get Call of Cthulhu working. Then we'll do that for a bit, and then we'll take a break, and we'll go from there. Sound good? Thank you, everyone. I hope you guys are having fun so far. Let's begin with the Halloween Horror Marathon. Thanks, everyone, and let's get into the mood. Let's start playing spooky games. All right? Thank you. Let's do it.